Welcome back. I'm Charles McCary. Hey, raise your hand if your alma mater is undefeated. Was it ugly? Yes. But was it a win? Yes. Nearly 70,000 views on social media because of this play right here. Welcome back, my friends. Today is my birthday, and at age 41, I'm learning the importance of taking time off. Sort of like a bye week. You know, a couple of days off just to eat some ice cream cake, rest my bones, clear my head, regroup. Kind of like what the Red Wolves are going to do this week. Appreciate you, Chris. We had a double bonus of Arkansas State hoops last night. Women's basketball beat a power conference opponent for the first time, and get this, 7 years. Welcome back, my friends. You know, when I think of Cajun, I think of great food, well seasoned, deliciousness. Well, yesterday, Louisiana left the Red Wolves nation feeling like that one dish of food that your coworker brings to a potluck and you know they can't cook. It was just bland. That was A-State last night, bland. Welcome back, I'm Charles McCary. Hey, the Red Wolves had to pop out and show Tulsa that playing in the vault is no joke. It took a strong second half for A-State to get their second win of the season, hanging 21 points in the third quarter. Welcome back, my friends. An R&B group once said, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I'll spare you the vocals on that last note, but for Arkansas State football Saturday, they will say goodbye to 25 seniors from this year's roster, a group that Butch Jones says has set the culture for this squad. Welcome back, my friends. Arkansas State quarterback Jalen Raynor is a lot like the rapper Lil Baby. He just wants to ball and live. And last year, QB1, he balled out. But things really got started for Jalen last summer when he attended the Manning Passing Academy. And now he's going to be heading back. Welcome back, my friends. Whitney Houston and Randy Watson once said, I believe children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. I almost hit that high note for you, Ryan. And at Arkansas State's Future Stars Camp, these youngsters got a chance to show off their skills inside the vault. These future Red Wolves put in the work for the past 2 days, running routes, throwing dots, learning blocking drills, and learning proper tackling form, and so much more. Coach Butch Jones talked about how important these camps are to the community. All right, to the north side we go. A rivalry renewed. Cards, Cubs. Top first, Redbirds come out swinging. Alex Burleson takes this one deep into the basket. Lou on the board first, but here come my Cubbies. Bush says, anything you can do, I can do better. Two-run shot, Cubs up 2-1.
The Wildcats coming in a little banged up, entering their final non-conference game. We'll go first quarter action. Drew Davis swings it out to Elias Payne. He's going to show off the Jets. He'll find a lane and is to the house. Panthers on the board first, 7-0. Harden takes over, looking to answer. Owen Miller connects with Joseph Miles, and that's a Wildcats first down. Later, Owen shows off the wheels, keeping the option and doing the jump man like the logo on his jersey to get into the end zone. Harding ties things up at 7. But here come the Panthers. Davis goes back to the air, taking his time and hitting his wide receiver for a Panthers first down. Then Davis gets his second touchdown of the quarter, finding Maddox Davis, and he'll walk into the end zone. Panthers up by 2 scores. After a Wildcats 3 and out, Davis continues to have a big first half, faking the handoff and throwing a dart to Payne, and the speedster spins his way into the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. But the Wildcats are still fighting. Miller drops back, and he'll find Eli Baker wide open, and the chef would get 6. Wildcats cut into the lead. But on the ensuing kickoff, Elias Payne would catch it on the hop, get through the crowd of Wildcats, cut it across the field, and takes it to the crib. That's his 3rd touchdown of the first half.
Now, it was a warm one out at the complex today. Red Wolves defense coming up big early. Goalkeeper Demarius Deshane with a nice stop right here. We're going to jump ahead. Red Wolves looking to strike first. Hansen pops it up. And Kennedy Horn said, no need for feet. I'll just use my head. She goes top shelf with the header. A-State on the board first. Then Keelan Peacock takes the pass, loads up the left leg, and hits it to the back of the net. High fives all around. Red Wolves would go on to win 3-0. A-State will be back at the complex next Saturday taking on Murray State. Let's talk some baseball. A-State looking to send their seniors out the right way with a dub in the series finale against Troy. We're in the time for the final time this year. 2 on for Stephen Meyer, and he'll smoke one just out of the reach of Campbell. 2 runs come around for the Trojans. They're up 2-0. We'll go second, and Jake Henry Williams is a bad man. He goes opposite field with the long ball. That's JHW's 10th home run of the season. A-State cuts into the lead. Then with 1 on, Will French broke the runs record last night. Now he's driving in runs. This base knock ties things up at 3. We head into the top of the 3rd. Talk about some quick reflexes. Isaac Sewell flashing the leather, tosses it over to the first for the out. Talk about a web gem. Bottom 3rd, Daetra Kale breaks the tie, gets the liner out to left field. Casey Campbell on his horse crosses home. Red Wolves lead 4-3. A-State would tack on 3 more runs and get the big win today, 7-6. What's going on, Chris? This place is quiet right now, but just a few minutes ago, the FedEx Forum was rocking. Red Wolves chants in the FedEx Forum as Arkansas State pulls off the upset over Memphis. Let's take a look at some highlights. The Red Wolves looking for their first win against Memphis since 1999. First half, Terran Todd came out shooting. He steps into this 3, getting the Red Wolves on the board. Then Kobe Julian playing a little bully ball. He'll spin baseline and finds Joseph Pinion in the corner. And when his feet are set, you know it's going in. State up 2. Red Wolves holding on to that 2-point lead when Ford goes up top to the spark plug. Isaiah Nelson with the throwdown. Later in the half, Red Wolves in transition. The ball finds Pinion and he knocks it down for his second 3 of the half. Then after a Memphis miss, Cody Head finds the rock, and he'll take off, and he'll get the easy lay-in. A-State on a 15-7 run early. Then more great ball movement. Dominguez swings it over to Head. Head kicks it back out to DeAndre, and he knocks down the triple. But the 3 balls didn't stop there. Terrence Ford finds a wide-open Kobe Julian, and that's cash money. Red Wolves lead at the half by 13. And here's a little defense for you. The mayor, Avery Phelps with the block. And outlet to Pinion. And the celebration is on. Arkansas State pulls off the upset. 85-72.
We had probably the 2 best practices we've had all year. From top to bottom, every guy that was in practice, I thought gave me their best 2 days of effort that we've had this entire year. And so I felt really good coming into this one. And I respect the heck out of Penny Hardaway. Coach Hardaway, I'll tell you this, I want to give credit where credit's due. We called every school and every power conference in the country and tried to schedule those games, and the only 2 we could get to say yes was Alabama and Memphis. Special for Arkansas State and Jonesboro, our community being an hour down the road, and most importantly, I want to thank our fan base. I looked around FedEx Forum, and there was a lot of red in the building, and I know that means the world to our guys, and it means a lot to me as well.
Welcome back, my friends. The Arkansas State Red Wolves women's basketball team has put the Sun Belt on notice. Picked to finish 13th in the conference in the preseason, the Red Wolves are now 1 game back for being top dogs. It's year 3 with head coach Destiny Rogers leading the pack, and I went one-on-one with Coach Des, and she believes her team is ready to compete. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time out to come hang out today, chop it up for a little bit. Let's go back to media days. There's one thing that you said that kind of stuck out to me, and it's like every time I see you guys play, you said it. I think about it. You said,
when it clicks, I think it's going to be really fun to watch.
You guys are on this winning streak right now. Is it clicking right now?
It's definitely clicking. And this is, we talked about changing our system. Obviously, that was a big risk. But we believed in the talent that we were bringing in. We believed in the athleticism, the ability to shoot, and we knew that it would click at some point.
When could you see with the team that everything started to click?
After the App State game. So we lose that game, and we had a hard conversation after that game. Our team had a lot of guts to just kind of look at us and say, hey, we feel like there's some things that probably should be done differently. I thought there were some things that they could do differently, and I think we all looked in the mirror.
One thing I like about this team, it seems like they're for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like during the game, after the game, when you're handing out the chains, they're all hype. When could you see like the team gelling together?
I'll say this, in the summer, that first week that they were here, I knew we had something special. So to just see them coming together and really being for each other. I think what you saw in the non-conferences, it's a new system. And everyone's trying to figure out what their role is and what do I bring to the table and how can I help the team. And that just takes time. And I think now, we have 2 set units that we play, and they know, I think there's something different with each unit, and that's what makes us unique. And everyone's figuring out, this is what I'm really good at. I need to be elite at that when I'm on the floor.
It's been a minute since one of these banners have been hung up here in the bank. What's it going to take for you guys to get another
Our
one?
players laugh at me all the time because on all of their visits, I pointed. There is not a blue NCAA banner here that says women's basketball. This team has already been a team of first. And at the end of the day, I have faith in what I feel like the vision that God gave me. And I think that this team can do it. I think that this team can be the first team to hang that banner. Can you promise that? Of course not. Little luck got to go your way. You got to be playing the right way. But I do think that we have the players. I think that we have the system in place, and I think that we have the ability to compete for one.
All the serious stuff aside, let's have some fun.
Okay.
You come from a family of hoopers.
Yeah.
In a game of 21, who's winning out of the sisters?
Me. And I'm going to tell you why. When Winter sees this, she's going to be like, absolutely not. I have another sister who is in high school, who is a 6-foot point guard that is really good as well. And then my sister Desiree that played with me at UCA. But I got that dog in me. I got that dog. So I'm going to fight, and I'm going to claw, and I'm going to figure out a way to win.
I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
It. Now, esports has become a worldwide phenomenon. I'm a gamer, Alejandro's a gamer, the guys in the back are gamers. But did you know one of the nation's best esports teams was right here at Arkansas State? I caught up with the Red Wolves as they prepared to play for a national championship.
Watch out for C4 over the wall.
These aren't your average gamers.
I think this week alone, I'll shout out Evo. He's probably got 50+ hours of recruiting, scouting, and planning for this match.
We should dead train.
And I know what you're thinking. 50+ hours playing video games? But for the Arkansas State esports team to get trophies like these, you gotta put in the work. These Red Wolves first started their gaming journey back in 2019. Now they're on the verge of winning a national championship.
I mean, setting the stepping stones for other teams to eventually get to that point, and especially winning it for TJ. He's been doing this for a long time now, and he deserves a win.
TJ is Tucker Oxner, the captain. He's been with the squad for 3 years now.
This is my first experience with esports, and it's been the most fun thing I've done. If I could take this further, I would.
And after talking with these guys, you could tell that this is deeper than just games.
I think video games as a whole has changed the entire globe. I think it's one of the biggest communities out there now.
Meeting all these people and connecting with them is building my connections and having friends you can talk to on and off campus and keeping those connections.
But back to the national championship. I asked the guys what it would mean to bring the trophy home to Jonesboro.
Doing something that big for something that needs it would be awesome. Doing it for the team, for the club, and for the school.
Man, that'd be crazy. It'd be awesome to tell my friends that I'm a national champion for sure.
Everything. Everything. I think it gives us a lot of recognition. It shows that we're worth having here.
National championship for the Red Wolves. He's got a tough shot on Lord Rabbit.
Seconds. The pixel angle. Trey walks in.
He's only gone and done it.
And the Red Wolves did it. The 2025 NECC National Champions, beating Wright State in a 3-1 thriller.
A lot of times when parents see video games, they think it's a waste of time. In the collegiate competitive realm, there are more opportunities to improve not only yourself, but the people around you. You come in every day and you're here to work. You put the work in, you go to practice, you do video review, you communicate with your teammates, and it makes you a better person at the end of the day.
What's going on, Chris? Tough loss for Arkansas State as they wrap up the regular season here in the Vault. 40-32 was the final. I caught up with Bush Jones after the game. This is what he had to say.
We didn't execute.
3 words that describe the scene today in the Vault. The Red Wolves defense giving up over 400 yards on the ground and nearly 600 yards of total offense.
Ran a lot of read option, and I guess with what we were doing, we were having a hard time, taking care of that. We did not answer sudden change defensively all night. they were able really to be in control of the momentum the whole game.
A-State trailed by 19 at one point in the second half, but clawed back to make it a one-score game in the fourth, but couldn't get the stop they needed to get the ball back.
We have been able to overcome a lot of our flaws and deficiencies this year by playing team and complementary football, and tonight we weren't able to do that. And it don't get you till it gets you, and it got us with the turnovers. It got us with not making plays in critical moments.
With one game left in this season, the message is very clear for this team.
Obviously going to use this to fuel us. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but that's the reality of it. You know, everyone's pretty upset about it. So using that to be able to get back on track and fix some things, and then, you know, ideally, once we're actually going out last game, go out the right way. We get one more opportunity as a football team to play together and to go out as a victorious and to send our seniors out the right way. And just excited that we get one more opportunity to spend a couple more weeks as a football team and to have an opportunity to get win number 8.
Now the waiting game begins. The Red Wolves, 7-5 on the season, have to wait till December 8th to find out where they're going bowling. Reporting from the Vault, I'm Charles McCary. What's going on, Chris? The Greyhounds have taken over War Memorial Stadium. Coach Watson and Salem are preparing to take on Bismarck in the 3A state championship.
You know, it really is a dream, you know, to get here. There's a lot of people that never get a chance to play in a state championship, and these kids are getting that opportunity, and man, that just excites you as a coach.
The Greyhounds finished the season 11-3, beating Mansfield to reach their first state title game.
3 out of the past 7 or 8 years, we've been in the semifinals, and we're finally able to punch a ticket, and so I think it means a lot to the community anytime you can play for a state championship and represent what's on the front of your jersey. You know, and that's what we've talked about since we started in the playoffs. We're playing for what's on the front, which is Salem, not what's on the back.
Salem is on the brink of something special. Caden Brink, that is. The junior back saw the end zone 5 times in the semis and looks to have another breakout game in the finals.
I'm excited. I've been dreaming of this since I was a little kid. I always wanted to play state, watching Friday Night Lights, the Permian Panthers, and I've always dreamed of bringing something big back to like a little town, Salem, and being a part of it and being the main dude means more than anything to me.
But Coach Watson knows this won't be an easy game.
Bismarck, well coached. He's got 2 sons that play, and his 2 sons are their 2 best players, and they get after it. They're very physical, they're tough, and they're probably the quickest team overall team speed that we've seen. So it's just going to take execution. They're 13-0 for a reason.
And yes, you can expect to see the shorts on the sideline this weekend.
You know, there's a guy in Salem that's got a saying going, fear the shorts. And, you know, ever since we lost to Atkins wearing pants, we've worn shorts, and we're not going to change it now. And a lot of the kids have cut their hair the week we played Rivercrest. So, you know, I had to join in with the haircut. And you know, it's all about the kids having fun, but they're staying focused. So, you know, we're ready to play Saturday night.
The Greyhounds are excited to be playing under the lights here in War Memorial Stadium as they take on Bismarck for the 3A state title. We'll have highlights and post-game sound for you Saturday night. Reporting from War Memorial Stadium here in Little Rock, I'm Charles McCary, K8 Sports.